Hey, what's going on? You are tuned in to the Daily Geek right here on SweetGeekTV. I am your host, Griffin Granberg, and today is March the 2nd, 2009, episode 130 of the Daily Geek. That's right, I'm back and still shacked up with my buddy here, Kyle, in Mesa, Arizona. I want to say a complete thank you to him. Also, happy birthday to Dr. Seuss. That's totally awesome. But right now, we got to get to that geek news. Starting off with story number 1, which is huge, big news. Turns out that Microsoft is testing out a new search engine, new design, new name, and we talked about it earlier. It's called Kumo. That's right, K-U-M-O, and they've been testing it out. It's been pretty crazy. In fact, some of the executives there saying that it actually is pretty good. They like the new user experience design and all that type of deal. So will we be able to see it anytime soon? It could possibly happen, and when it does, we're going to be right here talking about it right here on the Daily Geek. Let's move on. Story number 2. Very crazy, very sad, actually. Well, sort of sad, because when I was a kid, like, we really sought this out. Of course, I'm talking about Penthouse. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. Most adolescent boys do that, right? I think so. But it looks like Penthouse actually possibly going out of business in the sense that they're not going to do the print edition of Penthouse anymore, saying that they lose about $16,000 per Penthouse. So I guess it would make sense. Plus, it's part of a huge conglomerate of different type of adult entities. The company called Friend Finder. You might know Adult Friend Finder. But yeah, that's kind of their huge conglomeration, and Penthouse is a part of it. Now, of course, the COO is saying no, or excuse me, he's saying, yeah, we're going to be closing down. It just makes sense, right, fiscally. But the CEO says, no way. We talked about, you know, we just filed with the Security Exchange Commission, and we would have to basically bring that up if we're going to close it down. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's something we're going to have to check in with. Story number 3, kind of big news, sort of big news. I know Facebook's not on everyone's mind, just on, you know, millions upon hundreds of millions of people's mind, but it looks like they're going to redesign the pages, which, you know, you can become a fan of something. Like you could be a fan of SweetGeekTV, for instance, right there on Facebook. Well, they're getting a complete redesign of these pages, which is cool, right? But what is the top 3 pages on Facebook? That's kind of an interesting thing. I'm a statistics kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? Coming at number 3 is Nutella, and I can see why this is so super popular worldwide, because if you've never had a crepe filled with Nutella goodness, then you, my friend, are missing out. Make sure you get one. We have it every time we travel to Europe. It's just like, it's just one of those things you have to have, or at any Christmas market. It's just huge. Nutella crepes. I don't know. I just love it. Coming in at the second most fanned pages on Facebook is Coca-Cola. Not super surprising. One of the oldest brands of all time. Now, who's coming in at number 1? This is actually not that surprising. Barack Obama. That's right. The President of the United States, with the most fans there on Facebook. Let's move on, though. Story number 4, which is actually, excuse me, story number 5? 4. Flickr is giving you the capability of uploading videos even if you don't have a pro account. Now, this was just for pro members, but now they're going to do standard definition video for regular users and HD video for pro users. So that's kind of just a cool little update on Flickr. I'm glad it's still going. I have a lot of friends that use Flickr. Never really used it personally, but it's kind of cool to see that it is that huge and it's still adding on different features. I like seeing that. Plus, it's a Yahoo property, and you know I love Yahoo. Let's move on to story number 5, the last story of the day. The unlimited plan that we talked about from T-Mobile for loyal customers. Loyal in the sense that they've been with the company for over 22 months, okay? That's what you have had to been with T-Mobile for over 22 months to get this. $50 unlimited voice plan, then you add on $25 for data, and then $10 for unlimited messaging, and you get yourself a kick-ass deal at $85 a month for unlimited everything. That's crazy and awesome, and if you have that, or if you're moving to it, I'd like to hear how it is. Is it easy to switch? That's what I'd like to know. And there you have it. That is the Geek News for March the 2nd, 2009, episode 130 of the Daily Geek on SweetGeekTV. I'm your host, Griffin Granberg, and before we go, the question of the day. How do you like my digs, huh? Little headboard action there for you. We'll probably be doing this from the office from now on, or, I mean, soon, okay? And then I'm in Austin next week, and I mean, I got lots of traveling going on, but the question of the day, how do you like the digs, the background, huh? It's really exciting. I mean, look right here. That's a lot of excitement right there. Anyways, let's do this again tomorrow with more geek news, and you know what? I'll see you then.